All right, as many of you know, my name is Brittany Kiss. I am Client Relations and Brand Development with Blue Collar Roofing. I'm going to introduce a little bit of myself, a little bit of the company, and then go into what our services are and whatnot. So under our roof, Blue Collar Roofing, we are a third generation, 15 years of experience. We are Florida natives, family owned and operated. Me personally, I'm member, as a company, we are Sarasota Chamber members, Manatee Chamber members. I am a young professional with Manatee Chamber. I am also a successful Women Aligning Together SWAT sister, and I'm also a local notary. So there's a little bit of information about me. And first and foremost, I am a mother. So this is my beautiful 2.5-year-old daughter. Her name's Hallie. And then a picture of our crew here. We are at Feeding Empty Little Tummies doing some volunteer work. And then a picture of how proud I am to be a part of and honored for Manatee Young Professionals. Roofing systems. So we are residential and commercial. We do repairs, replacements, inspections, maintenance, skylights, and vents. So if you guys have any questions about that, those are our services. Our service area, we stretch all the way out from Manatee County into Sarasota County and along with Port Charlotte County. I know for a fact that Kevin himself, we don't go over the Ponteguda Bridge, but every area, I guess, is that east into Charlotte County, we will cover those areas. Our roofing systems, we do shingle, tile, metal, flat roofs, coatings, TPO roofs, and stone-coated steel. There's really no roof that we wouldn't look at. It would definitely be ran by to see if it's a project that we can help with the client. Do you guys have any questions about those systems?
TPO, what does that stand for?
So Kevin, what's it stand for?
The technical term is thermoplastic polyolefin, but essentially it's just a white rubber. Typically TPO, you see it in a residential setting on flat roofs, but it's more common in commercial settings. Obviously, you got warehouses and big flat roofs. The industry standard nowadays is to put TPO on. So,
Is that the same thing as membrane?
So every roof has some type of membrane on it, like a tile roof, the underlayment, they call it membrane. So membrane essentially is any layer of roofing material.
So if somebody on the manufactured home says they're working with membrane,
They likely have TPO because a lot of mobile homes, they have a lower slope and they have TPO on them. So,
thank you. What sets us apart? So my job personally with Blue Collar Roofing is to go out in the community, build relationships, honor those relationships like we do here in B2B. We're a third generation roofing company, our quality craftsmanship with reliable solutions. We do offer instant estimates and we do offer financing. Another thing that sets us apart is the company cam. Each client that we have, we give them a company cam link. It shows the entire process from start to finish of their project. We take pictures all along the way. So if clients have any questions or what's going on with their project, they can refer back to that company cam link to see how it's going. On our website, we have an instant estimator. This is really, really good for realtors. If you have a client that just wants a ballpark idea, this kind of just tells you exactly how to get through our website with the instant estimator. So the first thing you would do is you go to bluecollarroofing.com. We have a tab there. It says instant estimate. You would put in the type of building that you have, what you're looking to get done, what type of slope you have, what current system is already on your roof, whether it's tile, metal, shingle, you'd list that there. The materials to quote will be there. The timeline of where, when you would like to get your project done. And it's going to ask you if you need financing. It'll ask for your address. And what that's going to do is take a satellite quote from the roof, and it'll just give you kind of a rough idea of where you're at. So, you guys have any questions about that? This is our financing option. We're partners with Enhancify. You can complete an online application at our website as well, and it'll give you an immediate match with your best options that are available for your situation.
Financing, does that get attached to the property?
The financing does what?
Does it get attached to the property?
I believe
It
so.
does not.
Oh, it does not.
It's not like the PACE program. You know, they put a lien on the property. It's not. We are approved through the PACE program, but typically we only use those in an absolute last case.
Last case
So
scenario.
this would be more of a personal loan.
Yeah, it's
Right.
100% a personal loan, and there's tons of different options. You got 0% interest for 18 months, all the way up to 20 years. So it just depends on each person, and it's also a soft pull. So it's not that just to see what you're approved for. It does a soft pull, and it don't go on your credit until you go through the process. And yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. This is our give back here. I do a lot with Feeding Empty Little Tummies. This is a nonprofit that we go out to weekly. There's usually one of us there on Fridays packing book bags for the food insecure children of Manatee County. This is a big reason of our why. These children are future leaders of our community, so it's a big importance there to make sure they're nourished and have what they need to be successful in school. So we go on the weekends and pack book bags for these children, and right now we're up to 1,800 children that we're feeding. So it's a big give back. We enjoy being a part of that. Sorry, guys. This last year, 2023, we were voted Bradenton's best roofing company. We actually are getting ready to be voting again for 2024, so we'd be honored if you guys would vote for us for best roofing company. That there is Melissa and Kevin McClin. They are the owners of Blue Collar Roofing. All right, guys, and then at Blue Collar Roofing, we take great pride in the quality of our roofing solutions at reliable cost. We don't just give you a roof, we give you a roofing solution that meets the highest quality in the industry standards. Cost-effective solutions for all roofing needs. We have a fast response time, high quality workmanship, highest quality of control, and full-time supervision on every site. Our full-time supervision, our project manager, her name's Elizabeth. She interacts with the homeowners. She's there from start to finish, telling the guys kind of like what their responsibilities are, making sure safety standards are up to par, and those sort of things. So there is someone on the job at all projects. You guys have any questions for me?
I don't have a question, but I'll just comment that I did have Kevin replace the fence on my house, and I was very happy with the job, and that happened. It was very good.
Were you able to use our company cam link on that?
What was
I
that?
didn't send her I personally went to do Sherry's job, which was there was no supervisor because I was the one doing it. So if I'm going to do it, there's no supervision. But when I send my guys to the crew, there will be a project manager, which is Elizabeth. So she goes with the guys, and typically for repairs, we don't send out a company cam link. But if we're doing a new roof, it's a much longer process. Typically, it's 1 to 2 days. Sometimes longer depending on the size of the project, and you can watch the timeline as it goes.
Right.
Because it's super noisy, you know, nobody wants to be in their house when it's going on. So you can be shopping and pull up your phone and say, okay, there was some bad wood, or okay, so they've got it all dried in and they started putting shingles or tile or whatever the case may be. So that's what we use that link for, and there's hardly anybody in the area that does that.
And Kevin did use his drone camera while he was there to show me and show my neighbor what was happening up there, and that was a very nice system. It was very clear. It was very cool. I wanted a drone after that. I was like,
Thank you.
it was so cool. It was so
Isn't that-
like, his equipment was really nice.
Thank
I
you.
have a question.
Yes.
First one, average roof life on a tile roof in Florida. What is that?
20
20,
years?
25 plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's 2 different ways you can install tile. Number one is screwing it on, which is about 25-year lifespan on that. If you foam it on, it's 30 years plus. Shingle roofs are 18 to 20. It doesn't matter if you get the most expensive shingle
Right.
or the cheapest. I mean, at the end of the day, they're still shingles. And insurance companies are giving people a hard time if it's 15 years and older anyways. So, yeah, shingle is just not, it's not the best option, but, you know, a lot of people can't afford tile or metal. Metal would be the best option, or some of the synthetic tiles that are maintenance free or stone coated steel. Those are some really good options, but they're also expensive.
How can you tell if there's foam?
So you have to pull a tile. You can't tell just by looking at it. You have to pull a tile up. 99% of new construction homes, if it's a new construction house and it's got the original roof, there's a 99% chance it's screwed on. It's more expensive to foam them on, and most of the time the builders are opting for the cheaper option.
What about the early grad?
They still get a tile roof. They still get a tile roof, but they're screwed on.
What
Right.
about the early 2000s?
Early 2000s, there's a slim chance that it would have been foamed on. It's possible. That
I'm hoping not to.
early 2000s is about the time that they started foaming the tiles. And there's some companies that will do a hybrid system, so they'll screw the tile and they'll just put a dab of foam at the bottom of the tile, because during a storm, if they're just screwed on, the tiles they'll chatter and it breaks the screw seal. So what ends up happening, you get a storm, and a couple years later you start getting leaks all over the place because the screws got loose during the storm. And sometimes it just takes them a while for the issues to show up. So foam is definitely a better option when installing tile, but it's not required by code, and a lot of people don't want to spend the extra money.
Metal's more expensive than metal.
So there's two different types of metal roofs. One is a exposed fastener metal roof. That's where you look at the roof, you can see all the screws on it. That's in between the price of shingle and tile. The other one is standing seam, which everything's concealed. There's no exposed fasteners on the roof. And with that system, it's a little bit more, probably about 10 to 15% more than tile.
Mm-hmm.
So
Before we finish up, guys, I laid a homeowner's guide on everybody's place setting. In there has a little bit of information about what a homeowner needs to know to inspect their roof. Just things you wouldn't think about, like if you had animals and you were getting your roof done. It also has information in there just to keep maintenance up on your roof. So definitely take a look at that. If you guys have any questions about that, please pull me aside and I can kind of go over some of those with you, okay?
Thank you. That's great.
You're welcome. Thank you.